Hello there, I'm that Gamer guy, and this week we're discussing TV Christmas specials. Apologies for my absence over the last couple of months, but I'm back, complete with new tash and new festive backdrop. This time last year, in my festive film favourites video, I explained that as I'm getting older, it's getting increasingly difficult to maintain my merriness during this holiday season, and consequently to keep my bar humbug at bay, I resort to festive films and, you guessed it, festive television. TV Christmas specials for the majority of shows are usually one of, if not the, most memorable episode. And whilst of course there are a lot of quality American Christmas specials out there, they don't quite encapsulate the quintessential British Christmas. So today I'll be running you through my best of British Christmas TV specials. Think of this as a That Gamer Guy Christmas special. So like most of my lists, unless stated otherwise, this list isn't in any particular order. And just as a preface to my British viewers, I'm sure you'll be aware that if you went out onto the streets of Britain and asked people what their favourite Christmas TV special was, the resounding majority would answer Only Fools and Horses. I, however, hate Only Fools and Horses, so if you were looking forward to seeing it on this list, I hope you're not too disappointed. Let's do this. So my first British TV special is a show that I'm sure most Americans don't realise is actually British. Indeed, I'm sure there are some British people that don't realise it's British. And that is Black Mirror. To me, Charlie Brooker, the creator of Black Mirror and the writer of many of its episodes, is a genius. And whilst most Christmas TV specials tend to focus on the goodwill to all men ethos of Christmas, Charlie Brooker just wouldn't be Charlie Brooker if he didn't take that ethos and stuff it full of pessimism.
You ever been blocked?
I've had enough, Matthew. It's done. Not this time.
What we have as a result is an anthology within an anthology, featuring 3 equally depressing stories to make you think to yourself, maybe all men don't deserve goodwill after all. Nothing says Christmas like dystopian nihilism. So my next British Christmas special is without a doubt going to be the most obscure entry on this list. And that is a show called Bo Selector. Instantly, any non-British person or British person under the age of 18 will have no idea what Bo Selector is. And how do you describe Bo Selector? It's probably easier to show you.
Jingle bells! Motherfucking jingle bells! Jingle bells on the motherfucking way, Shalmon! Oh, what fun it is to ride on one of them badass open sleeves!
It's a silly adult sketch show, but if for whatever reason you wanted a glimpse into British pop culture of the early noughties, watch Bo Selector and that's about as accurate as you'll ever get. Seemingly the show had no longevity, but at the time it was massive. In fact, Bo Selector is the only Christmas special on this list, and possibly one of the only British Christmas specials ever to release its own Christmas single. Proper Crimbo peaked at number 4 in the UK charts. I highly encourage you to check it out. Selector. So my next British Christmas special is possibly another obscure one, and that is a show called The League of Gentlemen. The League of Gentlemen is an incredibly dark comedy sketch show, and the Christmas special isn't any different. In fact, I think it's probably darker. The writers of The League of Gentlemen pay homage to horror films throughout the show, and this is probably most notable in the Christmas special. Again, an anthology episode, this features 3 stories that revolve around voodoo, vampires and veterinary curses. And if I'm honest, this episode was so akin to horror that after watching it as an oldish child, did in fact cause me several nightmares. But I mean, come on, who wouldn't be scared by this? And number 2, just to let you in, I'm actually going to my work Christmas party straight after filming this, so bottoms up. Okay, so my next British Christmas specials would be a tie if I believed in ties, but I don't, so here we go. Both are helmed by Ricky Gervais, and it's the ongoing debate as to what is actually better, The Office or Extras. And yes, I mean the original Office, not that knockoff shit. The Office and Extras are somewhat unique in the fact that both of their Christmas specials are in fact the last episodes of the show, full stop. Both are surprisingly emotional episodes, and both feature moments that viewers secretly hoped to happen since the show's inception. Tim and Dawn. But as I'm not a believer in ties, I'm of the opinion that Extras is the superior show. There are gags galore, Andy's speech is iconic, and we more or less get the happy ending we've always wanted. So now for my next and last British Christmas special on this list. So last year in my festive film favourites video I mentioned how Love Actually is a British Christmas personified. and that is because it is written by Richard Curtis. Not only did he write Love Actually and countless other British rom-coms, he also created and wrote several British TV shows, and shows such as Blackadder and The Vicar of Dibley each feature their own hilariously unique Christmas specials. But my favourite Richard Curtis special, and probably my favourite British Christmas special altogether, is of course Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean transcends cultural barriers and indeed language, so it's more than likely that wherever in the world you're watching this video from, you know who Mr. Bean is. If not, then let me enlighten you. Mr. Bean at the time was essentially contemporary British mime, and the Christmas special was probably as good as it ever got. After all, it does feature the famous Christmas turkey scene about 10 years before Friends stole it. But yeah, that was my best of British Christmas TV specials. Thank you for watching. If you're not British, then hopefully this gave you a relative insight into the British Christmas. And if you can, I highly encourage you to check them out. And with that, I'll say goodbye. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more. I also write a gaming blog, which I'll leave a link to down below. And if there's anything gaming, geek or LGBT related that you'd like me to discuss in a future video, then please leave your suggestions down in the comments. I'm off to go and make forced conversation in a false environment. What? Shrek the Halls, baby. I hope to see you guys next time, but until then...
Come now, sing with me, Papa Crimbo. Take a virgin with me, Papa Crimbo.